Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Salma Samira from Geography. Today, I want to explain about land fire in Kalimantan. What is the forest? Forest is an area that is overgrown with dense by trees and serves as a reservoir of carbon dioxide, animal habitat, hydrological current modulator. Forest fire and land fires. A data from Directorate of Forest Fire Control in 2010 for fires lately often occur in Indonesia, especially in the Kalimantan region. The peak number of hotspot and forest and land fire in the last 5 years occurred in 2006. The number of hotspots in the year was 146,264 point with an area of 1. 32,198.58 hectares of forest fires and 2. 23,735.67 hectares of lands. Forest fire. A number of forests on Kalimantan Island were affected by fire. As a result, the air in some provinces bordering Malaysia and Singapore is polluted by smoke. Forest fire not only have an impact on air quality, but there are also some animals that live in dead forests. Based on BMKG observation on Friday, 13 September 2019, record hotspot on 12 September 2019 occurred in several areas including 1,865 points in Kalimantan, 412 points in Peninsular Malaysia, and 216 points in Sarawak, Sabah, and 1,231 points in Sumatra. Will NASA satellite monitoring on September 12 until 14, 2019, the point of smoke more and more concentrated in Kalimantan. Not only that, according to the Singapore National Environment Agency or NEA or National Environment Agency, there are still around 1,300 hotspots spread across Kalimantan and Sumatra, Indonesia. The many types of wetlands in Kalimantan create its own threats that need to be studied more deeply for the development of Indonesia's new capital city. Forest fire occur in part of Kalimantan, starting from Central Kalimantan, West Kalimantan to East Kalimantan. This is potential disaster for the planned transfer of a new capital city. The fact is that extinguishing efforts have been made from various parties, such as extinguishing fire through artificial rain, patrols, waterbombing using 50 helicopters. Other efforts were made by sealing and sanctions for rogue foreign companies by the Minister of Environment and Forestry. Minister of Environment and Forestry sealed 42 companies, and there are 4 companies named as suspects in the Karhutla case in Sumatra and Kalimantan. The 4 corporations named as a suspect are: first, PTABP West Kalimantan; second, PTAER West Kalimantan; third, PTSKM West Kalimantan; and the last, PTKA South Kalimantan. Cause of forest fire in the Kalimantan region. The main cause of forest fire in East Kalimantan is due to human activities, and only a small portion is caused by natural events. The natural fire process, according to Sorimaja 1997, can occur because of lightning strikes, collision of rock avalanche, coal seals, and stake of Srasahan. But according to Suharjo and Hussaini 1998, fire due to natural process are very small, and for the Kalimantan case is less than 1%. Large forest fires are also triggered by the emergence of El Nino climate phenomena such as fire that occurred in 1987, 1991, 1994, and 1997, Office of the State Minister for the Environment and UNDP 1998. The development of these fires also saw the expansion of the spread of fire location not only in East Kalimantan, but in almost all provinces, and not only forest areas but also in not forest land. Cause of forest fire in the Kalimantan region. First, natural factors. Major fires are likely to occur natural during climatic periods that are drier than the current climate. Other factor is due to being struck by lightning, volcanic activity, and free wind growth. The second, burn the forest for land clearing. The method of forest burning is done because it is cheap in terms of cost and time effective, and the results are quite satisfactory for agriculture. And the next, illegal logging. Illegal burning produces critical areas with high hazard level uncontrolled fires easily spread to the critical forest areas. Next, forest encroachment. As a result of increased community living needs and increasing number of families, this requires the community to increase the area of arable land. And the next, animal food needs. Community life around the forest area more often have livestock and grazing as a side business to meet the need of the family. And the next, other cause of forest fire due to accidental lack of public awareness of the dangers of fire. And the last, disappointment towards the forest management system. Dissatisfaction and disappointment over forest management, which sometimes triggers to act anarchically without taking into account existing conservation principles and laws. Cause of forest fires in the Kalimantan region. In the West Kalimantan region, forest fires are caused by instant culture in a fast-paced society. Instant culture once fast-paced fields, the burning of land which makes the forest is also burning after being wet. In summer, water sources become dry, including forests where there is a loss of water due to the evapotranspiration process. Dry system, twigs, and leaves are a potential fuel source for forest fires. If there are triggers such as the occurrence of friction between the three trunks of branches, it will cause a fire, then the fire will spread rapidly. Impact of fire on the environment and surrounding nature. The thick smoke from forest fire in Kalimantan certainly started to eat victims. At first, the people, especially on Java, who were not exposed to smoke, didn't care much when it was reported that the smoke caused dozens of flights to be cancelled and threatened the health of more than 20 million people. But in a short time, the threat turned into reality. Tens of thousands of people have to be hospitalized because they have respiratory tract infection. Thousands have lung disease, and hundreds more have eye inflammation. Several tens of people faint, and some asthma sufferers were reported. Impact of fire on the environment and surrounding nature. First, endemic species in an area to become extinct, the killing of wild animals and the destruction of plants both due to fire. smoke trap or habitat destruction. Second, rush river transportation. Drought costs can hamper transportation route through river and cause famine in remote areas. The third, increased unemployment. The destruction of raw material in the timber industry, furniture. Furthermore, this could result in timber combines being forced to close due to lack of raw materials and tens of thousands of workers becoming unemployed or losing their job. The next, smoke pollution, increasing the number of sufferers of upper respiratory tract infection or ARI and lung cancer. This can cause death for elderly sufferers and children. The smoke plus pollution can also make the disease of TB or asthma worse. And the last, cause disturbance in various aspects of people's life. Many schools are forced to be closed when the smoke is at dangerous level. This disturbs religious activities, trade or economy and transportation. Efforts to prevent and tackle forest fire. First, counseling communities in fire-prone areas. Second, socialization on land clearing system without burning. Third, establishment of self-contained fire bridges in fire-prone forests. The fourth, hold a team and firefighting equipment. The fifth, rehabilitation of fire-affected areas. The sixth, training for the community. Seventh, early blackouts and detection. 8. Activation of forest fire alert posts. And the next, extinguishing forest fires. And the last, forest fire prevention training for forest rangers and the community. Efforts to prevent and tackle forest fire. Forest management in Indonesia has been clearly regulated in Minister of Forestry Regulation number P.12/Menhub EE/2009 concerning forest fire control. The countermeasures that were taken in the governor include empower a number of command posts tasked with tackling for fires at all levels, transferring all kinds of resources, strengthening coordination, collaboration with outside parties. And the next slide, government efforts that have been done to prevent and tackle forest fires. The first, warn residents around the forest not to burn grass or debris. The second, check local regulation regarding agreements and restriction on prohibition on collection. Third, perform a minimum combustion activity with a predetermined distance. Further, don't do burning activities when the weather is windy. The next, don't smoke when doing work or activities carried out in the forest. And the last, cars, trucks, and machinery must have a steam disposal system when operation near the forest. And the next slide, ecosystem effect by forest fire in the region. Ecosystem effect by fires in both areas, with the burning of forests causing damage to vegetation, damage to forest land, damage to wildlife. In this case, many animals are destroyed. Ecosystem damage, loss of natural beauty. Forest fire will destroy some species and damage the balance of nature so that potential species become pests out of control. In addition, the burning of forests will make a number of species disappear. Ecosystem effect by forest fire in the region. In addition to burning various flora, forest fire also threaten the survival of a number of animals. Various endemic species or plants and animals are threatened with extinction due to forest fire. In addition, forest fires can result in the killing of wild animals and the destruction of plants either by fire, trap smoke, or habitat destruction. Fires can also cause many endemic species in area to become extinct before they are recognized. Ecosystem affected by forest fire in the region. The first, animal ecosystem. Forest fire will cause many animals to lose their home used for shelter and for food. Those animals they can adapt to the new environment after the fire will experience a decrease in number, can even experience extinction. And the second, plant ecosystem. The second, plants ecosystem. Plant life is closely related to the forest, that is where it lives. Forest fire can reduce certain vegetation. The occurrence of forest fire will eliminate vegetation on the ground so that when it rains, rain will directly hit the surface of the land so that it gets a greater impact of rain block energy because it is no longer blocked by vegetation. Ground cover. This condition will cause damage to the soil structure. Okay, that's my explanation about forest fire in Kalimantan. If there is a pronunciation of the wrong word, please forgive and thank you for attention and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.